My next guest tonight is an activist and a former presidential candidate. Now he has his own show. That's the world we live in. I Hate My Job, which will debut this fall on Spike TV. Please welcome Reverend Al Sharpton. Thanks so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Yes. First of all, before we do anything, I notice people's hair. I always have, I always do. As you can tell, hair is important to me. You have some of the finest hair in the business, I have to say. That is a fine, fine pompadour you got going there. What was the inspiration for your hairstyle? Because I know that you've put a lot of thought into this.
James Brown.
James Brown.
Yeah, you know, when I was a teenager, I met James Brown. His son was part of my civil rights group. He kind of adopted me because I come from a single-parent home. And we made a bond that I would wear my hair similar to his as long as he lived. And so far, I've kept the bond. Doesn't look like he's going anywhere no time soon. So.
Yeah, well, it works for you. Now, what's your favorite James Brown song of all time?
The one he did to the Republican Party, Talking Loud and Saying Nothing.
I don't think he wrote it for the Republican Party, but yeah, people are voting in the audience again. You know, I was thinking, how much would it change your whole public persona if you changed your hairstyle? I've actually given this a lot of thought.
Really?
Yeah, and we have some different looks for you. I just was thinking, what about you with cornrows? And I thought, that's one way to go. Then, of course, there's the mullet. And what do you tell me what you think of? There's what I call the Trump right here, which I think is... But my favorite has to be, I think, Mr. T. Check this out. I think you're going to like... That would be a good... Is there one of those you prefer?
None of the above.
None of the above. You don't like them. All right, stick with what you're doing. Tell us about, you're doing a TV show now, and it's called I Hate My Job.
Right.
How does this work?
Well, I'm doing the reality show, I Hate My Job. It's people that don't like what they're doing and comes to me to really find out what their purpose is in life and their dream job.
Right.
In fact, between you and I, a couple of people that... I won't call their names, walking around working for you have come over to me and talked about it.
Yeah.
Matt, I'll see what I can do, man. And you know, you got some guys backstage that, you know, say that...
They wish they could do something else.
Well, they complain. You know, they actually told me that you hallucinate their audiences around here and all.
That's no hallucination. This place is packed to the rafters with joyous paying fans. Top dollar, each one who's in here. How does the...
2 more weeks, I think we'll be sitting where he is. He's going fast. Yeah. But anyway, go ahead.
Yeah. No, how does this show work? I Hate My Job. People come to you and they say... Right. Oh, so it's kind of like The Apprentice, a little bit.
It's a working man's apprentice. I'm a working man's Donald Trump. You know, Trump deals with the elite and the Ivy Leaguers. I deal with regular people that say, I wish I could be this. Right. And we give them tasks and tests. Test their passion, test their persistence, test their performance, to really see if they're serious. Right. If they pass that, then we give them mentors and try to help them to seek their real purpose in life. And I think it's fun, but I also think it's what life is about. I think life is really about discovering why you're on the planet and pursuing that.
And getting on reality TV.
Well, that helps.
That helps, yeah. Do you, now, do you have a trade, you know, Trump's show is so famous for its trademark phrase, you're fired. Do you have are you going to try a version of You're Fired, like, you know, Auf Wiedersehen or Toodaloo?
What I...
Do you ever go, Toodaloo, Toodaloo? Just try it, Toodaloo, Toodaloo.
Do I have to do it in high soprano?
Toodaloo. I thought this was low, what I was doing.
Yeah.
Oh.
You need a little rest, Conan.
Yeah, I need some rest. You've never been more right about anything, Reverend.
Maybe about 2 seasons.
I need about 4 seasons rest, and then I'll be back.
No, what I say to people is that life is like playing a basketball game. You dribble, sometimes you shoot it in, and sometimes you have to make it off the backboard. I'll see you on the rebound, and that's my way for people that don't make it this way in this particular contest. Don't give up. I'll try to rebound. I'll see you later in life.
Right, right. So this is, and what happens to the winner? Or there's no one winner. It's just helping each person.
It's helping people, and you got to watch the show to do it, to know what's going to happen.
Okay, very clever. That gets everybody hooked in. I see what you're up to now.
And at the end, after everyone has succeeded, I'll have a special showing for you, and I'll say, toodaloo.
I like the toodaloo. I'm telling you, toodaloo works for you. Now, Reverend, you've been hanging out in the Hamptons lately. I read about you in the paper. You've been hanging out in the Hamptons, going to some fancy parties.
Well, you know, one weekend, Puffy Combs had his annual white party to kick off voter registration.
This is what I'm getting at. Puffy had a big party out in the Hamptons.
And he asked me to come. He's doing voter registration. Many of us are supporting him. I think he's going to make a tremendous impact. The following week, Jason Ben of Gotham and Hampton and South Shore Magazine had me come out for his cover party, and he's doing some things that's supportive. In fact, we're doing something together at the Democratic Convention. So I just happened to go out there 2 weekends in a row, and everybody thought that I was just hanging in the Hamptons, but I was out there for a reason. I'll take you out sometime.
I just want to get into a Puffy party. The idea of going to a Puffy party, I think I would fit right in, first of all. I think I would elevate the excitement of the party. I think it'd be like, oh, this is a good party, and then I think I would come in and we'd just kick that thing up a notch. I think it would be... Think about that.
Only if you won't play the drums. No, I mean, Puffy has a great party, and if you need someone to put in a word for you, I will.
Yeah, clearly I need someone to put a word in for me. I've never been to a Puffy party.
Well, it's called the white party, so at least you start off with one advantage.
Yeah, I'm only the whitest man in America. I make most white people look black.
He didn't read that. He thought that up, by the way.
There's nothing on this. This card says you're on your own, fathead. Every night I look at it and it says the same thing. I Hate My Job premieres this fall on Spike TV, and thanks so much for stopping by.
Thank you.
Good to have you here, Reverend. Reverend Al Sharpton. Try it. We'll take a break. When we come back, he's the living Peter Pan, Randy Constant.